The Star Collector. In a small house at the very edge of the woods lived a girl named Twyla. While other children collected shiny buttons or smooth river stones, Twyla collected something much more magical. She spent every evening on her porch, waiting for the sun to tuck itself behind the hills. She was a star collector, and she was waiting for the night to begin. Twyla wasn't alone in her hobby. Her best friend, a scruffy dog named Comet, always sat by her side. Comet's tail went thump, thump, thump against the wood as the first silver light appeared. "Do you see that one, Comet?" Twyla whispered. They watched as the sky filled with tiny, blinking diamonds. Suddenly, a bright light streaked across the sky like a silver ribbon. Zip! Zoom! It wasn't staying in the sky. It was falling. Twyla grabbed her jar and her net. "A fallen star!" she cried. She dashed down the steps and into the tall, wavy grass of the garden, her heart racing with excitement. In the middle of a soft patch of clover, they found it. It wasn't a stone or a bug. It was a tiny, glowing creature with 5 soft points. It shivered and shook, its light pulsing like a heartbeat. Twyla knelt down carefully. "Don't be afraid," she said. She named the little star Flicker. Twyla gently scooped Flicker into her hands. Usually, her stars stayed high in the jars on her shelf, but Flicker felt different. Flicker felt cold, like an ice cube left out in the sun. Twyla tucked the star against her warm sweater. "I'll keep you safe," she promised. But Flicker's light was growing very dim. Comet nuzzled Flicker with his wet nose and let out a soft whimper. He knew something was wrong. Stars didn't belong in sweaters or jars. They belonged in the deep, dark blue of the night. Flicker's points were drooping, and the glow was fading into a dull gray. Flicker was homesick for the sky. "We have to get Flicker home," Twyla realized. She looked at the tall tree at the end of the garden. It was the big oak, and its branches reached higher than any other. Twyla tucked Flicker into her pocket and started to climb. Comet stayed at the bottom, barking a loud song of encouragement. At the very top, the wind whispered through the leaves. Twyla held Flicker up toward the moon. "You can do it," she whispered. Flicker began to sparkle. The closer it got to the other stars, the brighter it grew. It hummed a low, musical sound and began to lift right out of Twyla's palms. With a final happy ping, Flicker shot upward. It left a trail of gold dust that fell over the garden like glitter. Comet watched from below, his eyes following the light as it zigzagged past the clouds. Flicker didn't stop until it was tucked right back into its favorite spot in the Milky Way. Twyla climbed down and snuggled into her bed, exhausted but happy. From her window, she saw one star blinking faster than all the rest. It was Flicker, saying thank you. Twyla didn't need to keep stars in jars anymore. She knew they were much better at watching over her from the sky.